With this first candle, we confirm that the memory of the Holocaust shall be passed from generation to generation. We shall keep this memory burning forever.
During Tuesday's Holocaust commemoration at Temple Emmanuel in Waterford, survivors and their children shared their stories.
On the first day of the occupation, the Germans shot my husband.
Hitler took everything from us, our families, our friends, and all our possessions.
The first action carried out under deception murdered almost all the men aged 16 to 60 by shooting.
Local high school students reflected on their experiences during the Encountering Survivors program.
Perseverance is Henny telling her story over and over and over again to avoid that silence, to avoid history repeating itself.
Students from Norwich Free Academy performed an original song based on their conversations with Holocaust survivor Ruth Vogel.
I will stand by your side. We have all had days during which we feel as if we can't go on. We want to give up. We want to stop trying. But since the first day we interviewed Ruth, the 5 of us have changed. Now when we want to give up, we hear Ruth's sweet voice in the back of our minds. Just do it. Ruth hurt, she knew pain, but she never stopped fighting because she had faith.
With this second candle, we pledge that we will share with survivors the role as the world's conscience.
To the surprise of many of us, genocide, ethnic violence, anti-Semitism, and other such threats to democratic values are on the rise once again.
With this third candle, we rekindle the memory of 32,000 Jewish communities, which are no more.
Prior to the invasion, there were at least 3,000 Jewish residents of Matziv, but this number swelled by several thousand as Jews sought refuge there. Only 12 Jews were known to have survived in the vicinity of Matziv.
With this fourth candle, we remember those who kept Jewish culture and faith burning in the ghettos and concentration camps.
I remember my ailing mother's advice when I had a frozen toe and could not go to work. I was sick, cold, and so hungry. She said, "It can't get any worse. It can only get better. Once you hit the bottom, you can only go up."
With this fifth candle, we recall the courageous among all the nations who selflessly offered refuge and means of escape to Jewish neighbors.
One day at work, somebody approached my mother and spontaneously, not a Jew, offered to hide my sister. So, that was the power of one that allowed my sister to survive. Was it risky? Was it complicated getting my sister out of the ghetto? Yeah, she was 8 years old and she had to go through the sewers by herself.
With this final candle, we pledge that we will continue to pass the legacy of the Holocaust on to the next generations of youth. We shall share it as survivors of the Great Holocaust have shared it with us, commanding each to remember to make the lessons of the Holocaust understood and applicable in confronting hatred in the world today.
When all the survivors are gone, when many of the children of survivors are gone, these students will be there to keep the memory alive and keep the world set on a path so that, in fact, never again will be never again.